Hello everyone, welcome back for some more Thrift Store finds. If you missed the first part, it went over all the tons of DVDs and books and music and everything else that I found this morning. Wanted to leave the VHS separate because it was a great haul, a ton of stuff, and I couldn't believe what I was able to fill a bag for $6, grab all these VHS. I couldn't, you can't beat that. I know what you did last summer, some horror stuff, so we have that. Sealed copy, too bad it's a little bit of a newer one from that blue Banner Stanley Kubrick collection that was also on DVD of The Shining. So sealed, which was nice. Too bad it's not one of the older ones, but still can't complain. The Incredible Shrinking Man, In Dreams, Deep Blue Sea, Carrie from the Contemporary Classics line, Single White Female, the Classic Monster collection. I always like the art that they did on these. These were the kind of the ones, this restored version of Frankenstein that I remember seeing mostly in the rental stores growing up. So Frankenstein, Lake Placid, The Birds, Fly, the original Vincent Price one, not the 80s one. Halloween 20 years later, so Halloween H2O, the Hydrated Horror, and The Exorcist. Some cartoon releases we have from these Castle cartoons, Daffy Duck, some of these older cartoon sets. Some of them are pretty interesting, and every once in a while you run across one, this Elmer Fudd, that might have one or two cartoons that are a little bit harder to find in some releases. Mighty Mouse, I always liked Mighty Mouse. Barbie, the Rocks, Barbie and the Rockers Out of This World. Woody Woodpecker, Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future, Raid on Volcania. This is skill level 3, because I think these were ones that you had, it was interactive with the TV. I think, wasn't it sort of like a light gun or something? I'm trying to remember. I remember seeing commercials or something. I remember hearing about these, but never really got into them. There are a couple different ones. But yeah, Attentional Pilots. But there were a couple things that they released, and there was even a very short-lived show that on VHS where you would actually use sort of like the basic infrared technology to interact with some cartoons and stuff, so that's cool. I like this old-fashioned looking Mickey Mouse, Casper's Fairy Tales, and some classic Disney starring Mickey and Minnie. A couple different ones here. This is Volume 6. That includes The Little Whirlwind from 1941, Hawaiian Holiday from 1937, and The Brave Little Tailor from 1938. I like that one. I remember that one. So some good classic cartoons. Deceptions. And this is interesting. The Greatest Adventure, the story of man's voyage to the moon, narrated by Orson Welles. So that's an interesting one. Fire in the Sky. A couple of sealed A&E biography tapes. We have Jimmy Stewart and Katharine Hepburn, so some classic Hollywood actors. Two that I actually want to check out. This is one that just out of curiosity. It's not something I'd ever be interested in keeping, but A Prairie Home Companion with Garrison Keillor, The Last Show, and distributed by Disney, which I thought was interesting, rather than, I would think, in my head I would think this would be like a PBS release, but distributed by Disney. Yeah, the Garrison Keillor, I grew up listening to A Prairie Home Companion, so seeing kind of like a live show would be interesting, just out of curiosity. And I definitely want to check this out because it stars Barbara Eden, Jeannie herself. Harper Valley PTA, never heard of this particular movie, but I just saw digging through the bins, I noticed Jeannie's face. I was like, alright, I'm going to check that out, might be fun. And then we have Back to the Future, The Bridge on the River Kwai, Cold Blood, starring Rutger Hauer, very young-looking Rutger Hauer. Is there a date on the back? 88. Oh, really? I wonder what that's when. No, that's when the tape came out. It doesn't say when the actual movie came out. I wonder, because he looks younger than in Blade Runner and a lot of the other movies post-Blade Runner that I recognize him from. Another one of these Treasures of the Twilight Zone collection. This is much better shape than the other one I found in different episodes. Those are interesting, so I'll have to check this out. Those are pretty fun. One thing is here's the rare footage featuring episode promos and a 10-minute Rod Serling's sales film made in 1959 to attract sponsors to the original Twilight Zone. That's kind of cool. In a vintage interview, it has the encounter and occurrence at Owl Creek Bridge, Where Is Everybody, The Eye of the Beholder, The Masks, and The Howling Man. So kind of a cool little Twilight Zone collection. Blue City, The Snake Pit, a sealed copy Barbra Streisand movie, The Way We Were, The Guns of Navarone, and Lady Hawk, 80s fantasy movie. Another Rutger Hauer. There's a couple of him in there. And that was it for this morning for VHS. Still, I thought it was a really cool haul, and again, it was just filled a bag, $6 out the door. Awesome. Very excited with the variety of stuff, and it's cool. I'm getting a few sealed ones, some good horror, and those old classic cartoon ones are always kind of fun to check out, even if when it's stuff that's just kind of for the store. I'm going to test them out anyway. Those I'll actually pay attention to, just kind of, give a chance to watch them. That's a lot of fun. And again, if you missed the first part, a ton of different stuff if you're into any of the other kind of thrift store things that I do on this channel. And if not, I will see you around in the next video. Make sure you keep looking back for a lot of collection video stuff. I just recently, if you haven't had a chance to check them out, did the Planet of the Apes collection and our Kong collection, your King Kong starting with the original 30s movie. So if you like that kind of stuff, stick around. And if you're more into the video game stuff, the next thing coming out will be, well, definitely an unboxing very soon for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth that is coming out in less than 2 weeks. I'm very excited. I can't believe I've been hearing rumors that there was a mix-up and people that pre-ordered it through Square's website, some people, it's shipping early. Crazy. Not gonna happen for me. I did a Best Buy. I had to go pick it up, but that was the best deal at the time. So look forward to that. Hope you guys are having a great week, and I'll see you around.